Hello everybody, welcome to another Peatman Reviews. Today we have the Autobot Transformer Trax. This is the commemorative re-release. There's not really much difference between this version and the original one. Not that I ever had the original one, so a little bit of assumption. As you can see, Trax transforms into I believe it's a Chevrolet Camaro. It's actually by far one of the most unique looking vehicles, and it's one of the weirdest designs as well. Trax is the most obvious, or one of the most obvious ones at his heritage, in that he was meant for little men, because he still has in the roof a little pop-up hood for a little man to go inside. A bit bizarre really. You think that would cost more to make that than it would have been to have just converted to a solid lump of plastic, but never mind. He also has the odd transformation of being it's half a triple changer in that he can be a flying car, but whether you consider it an alt mode or not, I don't know. Anyway, we'll start off with the flying car transformation because it is directly linked to his robot transformation as well. So you want to flip out the wings here, flip them up, and then the arms exactly the same thing. So as you can see, they just flip up like that, flip up again like that. It does then rotate out. You might hear it clunk, and frankly that's a bit of a weak point because this is not meant to snap. It's not like the third party ones. That's a weak point. And there we are, flying car mode. Quite why he needs to have a flying car mode, I do not know, but there we are. Now Trax comes with a fair number of accessories, notably a laser system here. There we are, a laser system here, or missiles. I haven't put the missiles in. I've left them in the box because they don't do anything. There is no firing mechanism. This clearly was a firing mechanism, but it does nothing. They just sit there. That could be one of the changes towards it being a commemorative series, or it might just be the fact that it's only in Japan that they've released. Anyway, whether you're on the flying car or the alt mode, the robot mode rather, flips on the back, flips in there, and there we are. So Trax now has missile launchers. You could put these on the car as well, but one would argue it's not exactly a robot in disguise if it's a car going around with missiles on the back of it. That's basically it. Not too bad actually. Odd, very odd, but not too bad. Transformation mode. So with Trax, head flips up like that. As you can see, the missiles now quite neatly sit there. The arms, here we are, put it into focus and into zoom. There is, just slightly see here, there's a little pull down tab here, and then his hands do extend. Same on this side. Now, the legs are where it all kind of falls apart a bit. This is they're weak spots here with all about the leg transformations. They do shuffle down. The actual legs themselves are metal, which is good because it's about the only bit of rigidity on the model. Then rotates round like so. Now, these are the delicate bits. That pulls up and then rotates that way. Same thing with this one. Rotates that way. His feet. The reason I say delicate, put you in view again. I've had to zoom this in a bit because it's a small model. The feet are incredibly likely to snap off. If you notice any discoloration on this at all, it's because that exact same thing happened to me and I've had to glue it back. It's it's ridiculously delicate, to be perfectly honest, considering that's just rotating it and snap. But never mind, we're not bitter or anything. So here we have him in robot mode. He does also come with a gun, as you can see. Now, as you can probably tell from looking at this, it's not a pegged weapon, it is just a sliding weapon. It's because Trax doesn't actually have any hands. Well, he has hands, but they don't have anywhere for him to hold anything. So they just slide on like so. Or is it? Yeah, so slide on like so, other way round. To be fair, it looks alright when you actually, it doesn't stay on, but when you actually look at it, it looks like he's holding it. There we have him, Autobot Trax. It would be better if that was down. That's a bit loose, that wing. In terms of mobility, well, because of the waist and because it's not locked into place, he can flip like that, but that doesn't look right, does it? Never mind, he can have some waist movement, and his arms do go up and down, as you can see here. There is a little bit of movement that way, but that just looks weird. And there is a little bit of movement that way as well, but you just want to be a bit careful with it not snapping. So he has a reasonable range of movement, not great, but some. His legs can just move a little bit like that too, a little bit of side movement as well. So it's not great mobility, but it's not too bad. So you've got the gimmick of being a flying car, but that doesn't detract too much away from it. So that's him in robot mode. If I just bring for a comparison, you've got Silver Streak. Just zoom out a bit so you can see them all. You've got Silver Streak and Grapple, a much bigger robot all round. There we are, zoom back in. But yeah, Trax kind of holds his own. He doesn't look too bad with those. I think he works quite well. He looks better with Grapple than he does with Silver Streak. Obviously, both Trax and Grapple were the second wave of robots. Indeed, they both came out at the same time, whereas Silver Streak is just a clone of Prowl, so one of the more original ones. Got reasonable arm movement. The legs are minimal, but the fact that he does have separate legs, and they have just a slight bit of movement to them, works a lot better than, say, for example, someone like Silver Streak, who has legs joined together. It is quite a weak transformer in terms of the actual joints are very flimsy and a bit weak. That is a problem. It means you can't really do too much with him, not unless you're prepared to do quite a lot of preparation. You have to really transform him very, very slowly. Even then, there's a good chance something will snap off, which is a bit in his downside. Otherwise, he's a good transformer. I say he looks pretty good, and I think works quite well. Missiles are a bit disappointing. I haven't even bothered to put them in because they just fall out there. They don't serve any purpose. And you can kind of argue in that mode, they don't look too bad. It does look like it's got two big lasers rather than missiles. I know Silver Streak's are exactly the same, they do nothing. But his ones look more like missile launchers, so they need a missile in, whereas Trax's ones look a bit less like a missile launcher and a bit more like a big gun barrel. So there we are. So we'll take the other guys away. So that is Autobot Trax. Decent enough toy. Works quite well. Stickers stay on. Joints reasonably firm. Just a little bit on the flimsy side. Thank you very much for watching. Please do leave any comments below, and as ever, click on the other links, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.